about to dive into a conversation that happened thousands of years ago, right in the middle of a battlefield. And yet, believe it or not, it holds secrets that can totally change how we live our lives today. We're going to unlock the timeless wisdom of the Srimad Bhagavad Gita.
So let me just start with this. Think about it for a second. What if the answers to all your biggest questions, stuff like, what's my purpose, or why am I struggling so much? What if all those answers were tucked away in just one single ancient conversation? Well, that's exactly the promise of the text we're diving into.
Okay, so to really get the wisdom here, you first have to picture the scene. And it's pretty extraordinary. This is the story of a divine dialogue. When you think of a deep spiritual conversation, you're probably picturing a quiet temple, right? Or maybe a peaceful monastery? Well, forget all that. The setting here is the battlefield of Kurukshetra. We're talking two massive armies ready to go to war. And it's right here, in this moment of total crisis, with this incredible warrior just completely falling apart, that one of the most profound dialogues in all of history begins.
So what exactly is the Bhagavad Gita? At its heart, it's the sacred conversation between Lord Krishna, who's acting as the ultimate teacher, the guru, and the mighty warrior Arjuna, his student. You could almost think of it as a divine masterclass on how to handle all the curveballs and challenges life throws at you.
And the best part? All this incredible wisdom isn't buried in some crazy long, impossible-to-read book. Nope, it's all distilled down into just 700 beautiful poetic verses spread across 18 really powerful chapters. Totally manageable.
Now, inside those chapters, the Gita doesn't just dump a bunch of facts on you. It's smarter than that. It reveals its wisdom in stages, layer by layer, which brings us to something really cool: the 3 secrets of knowledge.
So the Gita kind of layers its teachings, right? It guides you along one step at a time. It starts with what's called guhya. That's the secret knowledge of the self, the idea that your soul is different from your body. Then it takes you a level deeper to guhyatara, which is the more secret knowledge about God's nature. And then finally, it reveals the guhyatma, the most secret knowledge of all. And what is that? It's the path of pure, loving devotion. That's presented as the ultimate truth.
And that final secret, that guhyatma, well, it's not some complicated thing for only a select few. It's a path that's open to absolutely everyone, no matter who you are or where you come from. And that path is the power of Bhakti Yoga.
Okay, so what is this Bhakti Yoga all about? It's the path to connecting with the divine. But here's the key. It's not about doing complicated rituals or winning intellectual debates. It's just about pure, honest, heartfelt devotion. It's about surrender. And that's what's so beautiful about it. It's simple, and it's for everyone.
And this path comes with this incredible promise. In the Gita, Lord Krishna tells Arjuna, and really he's telling all of us, whoever takes refuge in me, I forgive all their sins. I mean, just think about that for a second. It's such a powerful message of complete, unconditional love.
And this isn't just some abstract idea, It's real. It's a path that has been walked by some of the most amazing figures in history. You've got the incredible devotion of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the beautiful poetic love of Mirabai, and of course, the total selfless service of Lord Hanuman. These are powerhouse examples of what Bhakti Yoga looks like in real life.
All right, so this all sounds great, but how does philosophy from thousands of years ago actually help us today in our crazy modern world? Well, the Gita is packed with timeless lessons for life that are, believe it or not, just as relevant now as they were back then.
The Gita is pretty direct about why we suffer so much. It points a finger right at the root cause: desire, or ichcha. It's that constant wanting more stuff, wanting things to turn out a certain way. The Gita says that attachment is what keeps us stuck in this endless cycle of birth and death, pulling us back here over and over.
But okay, if desire is the lock, the Gita also gives us the key. The way out, the path to freedom, is through letting go. It's about practicing detachment, tyaga, which means not being so attached to the results of what we do. And when you can do that, the result is mukti, total liberation from that whole cycle of suffering.
And it's not just about desire. The Gita also teaches us something else that's absolutely critical for living a peaceful life: the incredible power of forgiveness. And it's not a passive thing, right? It's about actively letting go of that heavy burden of resentment. But it's also about having the humility to say, I'm sorry, when we're the ones who've messed up.
Look, everything we've talked about so far, it's really just a map. The real adventure,
The real change, that all starts when you decide to take the first step on your own journey of knowledge.
And that brings us to the biggest question of all, really. Now that you've got a little taste of this wisdom, what do you do with it? How can you actually start to bring it into your own life?
A great way to start is just to dive into the text itself. We really encourage you to explore this ocean of wisdom for yourself. And you can even begin with the free Marathi PDF copy we have for you. You know, the journey with the Gita isn't about finding all the answers overnight. It's about learning to ask better questions. So I'll leave you with one. What's the one battlefield in your own life right now where you could use a little bit of that divine guidance?